With a shortage of organs and the desperation of patients, the World Health Organization estimates that the illegal organ trade is a multi-million-dollar industry worldwide. Tales from the Organ Trade is a new documentary that follows the heart-rending decisions of organ donors and buyers across 8 countries, from the Philippines to Canada.
Wala naman kami hingyan tulong, wala rin pamilya. Wala rin siyang tatay, wala rin siyang nanay. Ako rin, wala rin tatay, walang nanay. Kaya kami dalawa na tutulungan.
Director Rick Esther Bienstock says she found there are no simple answers.
I think that you can't just talk about this in terms of exploitation without really understanding what drives the trade. And what drives the trade are desperate people, generally in the first world and developed countries, who are choosing between life and death. And they're absolutely in despair. And that's what makes them, if they have the wherewithal and the drive and the ability to seek out a kidney overseas.
I effectively have to decide at this point whether, if I can't find a donor in this country fairly soon, I have to decide whether I'm willing to take on my soul the ethical burden of purchasing a kidney from somebody or choose to die.
And on the other side of the equation, you have people living in abject poverty who feel that there's only one way for them to make a bit of cash to buy a house or put their child through school.
Niiwanan ko siya ng 100, pinagkakasya niya sa isang linggo. Yun lang.
I think that we do the subject matter a disservice by just saying this is pure exploitation, this is wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying you have to understand the driving forces, because what I see happening is the authorities and the medical establishment just talking about cracking down on the black market without providing solutions.
Diseases like diabetes are increasing across the Western world, and the desperate need for kidneys leaves many patients struggling with difficult decisions, as depicted in the documentary, to live with the painful and time-consuming process of dialysis.
You can't stay on this machine forever. It doesn't do what a kidney does. This is it. Unless somebody offers me a kidney or unless a cadaver becomes available. This is what keeps me alive.
Those that turn to the black market can end up paying up to $200,000 for a transplant overseas, despite efforts by organisations like Interpol to crack down on those organising and performing the operations. In Quezon Province in the Philippines, organ sales are common amongst the male population. The documentary found many of them have no follow-up health care.
Hindi ako nagsisisi. Ayos lang po sa akin yun. At least nakatulong po ako sa kapwa ko.
May lumalapit pa po sa ngayon dahil sa pangangailangan nga ng pera.
But for others with undetected kidney disease and other illnesses, donating can be a death sentence.
Based on the ultrasound findings, the left kidney has a mild renal disease, and this is a sign of a deteriorating left kidney. There is really a problem. He will be a candidate for dialysis, and he himself will be looking for a donor.
I think we have to rethink our policies and really look at the root causes of why this is happening. I don't have an answer. I pose more questions in the film than I answer, but I hope it kind of sparks debate so that those thinkers who work in the field can actually come up with a viable solution so we eliminate all these needless deaths. And we're not going to stop kidney transplantation, so we've got to figure out how to meet the demand somehow.